Hey guys, so today we're going to learn how to model equations. So we're going to do that by using algebra tiles. Okay, so on the next slide on your end, you're going to tell me, so you can either draw or type up, what do you know about equations? So here's our topic, just type it up and I'm going to be able to see it on my end. Okay, next you're going to watch this YouTube video and you can stop at minute 2, 30 seconds. You can just stop right there and then don't even exit out, just come back to the lesson. Alrighty, so we're gonna learn. So once you're done with the video, come back over here. So number 1, sorry. So we want to know how to represent -3 with our algebra tiles. So we have -1, 2, 3. These little red boxes represent negatives. So we have our -1 unit. So 1, 2, 3. Boom, -3. Okay, so 6 is represented by a different color. Our positives are going to be represented by yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so negatives are red, positives are yellow. Okay, now we have our -2x. So we have our variables with our coefficients. So those are represented by some larger red ones. So -1, so we have 1, 2. They're negative, so we have a -2x. Number 4, so now we want to find our positives. So how I'm going to represent 5x is by green one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make sure you write your x. So our smaller ones, this is negative, red is negative, so we're going to have a negative sign. Our yellows is positive, so we're going to be using a positive or a plus sign. Our red larger rectangles are -2x, so that has our variables. So x is a variable. It's something that we don't know yet. 5x is green, so anytime we see the green ones, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x, so it stays positive. Okay, so now we want to represent positive x plus 3. So my positive is green plus 3, so that means I need 3 yellows. Boom. Next one, I need 4 positive, so 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's positive, I'm going to use the green ones. And if I need -7, so I need 7 negatives, I need 7 red ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. Simple as that. Okay, so now you're going to show me your work below, so you can show your work right here. So use the pencil and do it, and then put me your result right here. So if it's blank, that means it's positive. Now, if it was colored in, then it would be negative. So just tell me your answers for the next one as well. Now you may watch the rest of the video until the end, okay? Once you're done watching the video, you may come back to this slide. So now we're going to work with equations. The other ones were called expressions. So this is an equation because we now have an equal sign. So we have 2x. I want to find 2 positive x's. So those were the color green, plus 3. So the positive was yellow. So I need 3 of them. And they equal 9. So I'm going to need positive 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, another way we can solve this is if you go to clever.com, log in as a student, log in with your Aldine ISD account. Okey-dokey. And okay, now you're going to scroll down and look for something that says Braining Camp. So it should be somewhere right here. I just put a heart on it so it can be on my favorites and just pops up right there at the very top. So now we're going to click algebra tiles because we're working with algebra tiles. And once we work with the equations, you can go right here and click basic solving. So for this slide, we had 2x plus 3. So braining cap, 2x plus 3. So there you go. We have 3. equals 9. So 1, 2, you can just make these multiple copies. So 8, 9. Let me just try to order them pretty. Okay, so now we have 2x plus 3 equals 9. Okay, so we have our first part. Okay, now my goal is to get x by itself. So I want to know how much is the value of 1x. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to move my ones, my yellows, to the other side. So I'm going to move my constants with my constants. So I have to create 0 pairs. In order to create 0 pairs, that means I'm going to subtract the same number by another number that's going to equal 0. So it's just the inverse. So if I had 3, I'm going to subtract by 3. 3 minus 3 gives me 0. So 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. That's my 0 pair. And then what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So if I subtracted 3 from here, I have to do it to this side. It has to be balanced. So if I don't do it over here, and I do it here and I don't do it over here, it's not going to be equal. Our balance is going to be uneven. So I'm going to subtract 3. 0 pair, 0 pair, bam. Now we're left with 2x plus equals 6. So I want to know the value of 1x again. So I'm going to divide my constants equally. So 1x equals 3, 1x equals 3. So that tells me that the value of my x equals 3, or 3 equals x. Okay, just let me know how you're feeling. And let me go back actually and show you on the braining cap. So I'm going to do my 0 pairs, 0 pairs, 0 pair. So I can do it to this side. And then I had to do the same thing to the other. Okay, so now my goal is to divide it. So I'm going to split them. Split. Okay, so this shows me that x equals 3. Okay, so 1x equals 3. Okay, so right here in the bottom, it's going to tell you as well. Okay, so keep modeling. So now I have x plus 4 equals 3x. So now I have a variable, my constant, and a variable with my coefficient. So now I'm going to do 1x. So if it's positive, I need a green one. If I have a positive 4, I need yellows. And then if I have another 3x that's positive, I need another 3 green. Okay, so now I have to create 0 pairs. I want to know the value of 1x. So now I'm going to put my x's with my x's. Create a 0 pair, create a 0 pair. 1x minus 1x is going to give me 0. Now I have to subtract it on the other side as well. So I'm going to be left with 4x with 4 equals 2x. So now we have to divide our constants equally. So 1x equals 2, 1x equals 2. So x equals 2, or 2 equals x. Okay? And you can go back and go do this in your braining cap. You can go ahead and move your manipulatives. If you need to delete something, just click it, delete. So I have 3x plus 1. So I have 3x plus 1 equals 4x minus 1. So 4x, and let's see. Need to highlight these, delete. Minus 1 is red. So now I want to create 0 pairs. I want my x's with my x's. So I'm going to create minus 3. So I'm creating 0 pairs. And I want my units, my constants with my constants. So I want to make this a zero pair. So zero pair, and now it's 2. So this tells me that my x equals 2. Yes. Okie dokie. Okay, create zero pairs. So we're moving it. So they started differently. They started with the constants. We add them. So now we have 3x plus 2 equals 4x. So now I'm going to create zero pairs. I'm going to move these to the other side. Boom. Now these create 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So I'm left with 1. So 2 equals x. Yay. Let me know how you're feeling in there. Don't get overwhelmed. Now I have a negative x, and I'm so sorry if you can hear my baby crying. Negative x, so if it's a negative variable, it has to be red. If it's plus 2, it's going to be the yellow ones because those are positive. And most of the time on any test, they will give you a key, so they'll let you know which color represents what, whether if it's positive or negative. Negative 4x, that means I have 4 red ones plus 5, so 5 yellow ones. Okay, so now I'm going to move my constants with my constants, and I want my variables with my variables. Right? We're trying to find the value of 1x. Okay, so create your zero pairs, and now we have negative x equals negative 4x plus 3. Okay, my next step is moving my variables to the other side with my variables. So the opposite of negative x is a positive. Let's create 0, so here we go. So now we're going to be left with 1, 2, 3x equals 3. So 3x equals 3. So now I have to divide them. So I'm going to get 1 equals 1. 1x equals 1. Boom, boom, boom. And there you go. So at the end, you're just going to draw or type 2 things that you learned in today's lesson. Okie dokie. Well, if you need any help or have any other questions, please let me know. If my video didn't help you, you may watch the other video and or find another video, whatever helps you. Okie dokie, guys. Let me know if you need any help. Bye.